Hi, today at this NIFM Ahmedabad, I would like to present on the company research and the performance of the company National Mineral Development Corporation NMDC. NMDC is a Navratna public sector enterprise company है what is functioning under the Ministry of Steel, Government of India. It is the single largest iron producer in the country and the sixth largest iron ore producer in the world. Today in our presentation we are going to discuss on company overview, vision and mission, company objectives, business segments, operating mines, company financial performances, that is balance sheet, cash flow, shareholding patterns, company financial performance, current stock price scenario, risk and rewards, conclusions. This company overview, this NMDC owns and operates highly mechanized iron ore mines in Chhattisgarh and Karnataka and has its registered office at Hyderabad, that is in Telangana. NMDC is considered to be one of the low-cost producers in iron ore in the world. It also operates the only mechanized diamond mine in India at Panna, Madhya Pradesh. The company is producing about over 45 metric ton per annum of iron ore from its major iron producing units, that is from Baliadila sector in Chhattisgarh and Donimalai in Bellary Hospet region in Karnataka. NMDC envisages to have an iron ore production capacity of 100 metric ton by financial year 30. Means by 2030 NMDC will produce 100 metric ton of iron ore per year. All the NMDC mining complexes have been rated 5-star by Indian Bureau of Mines, Ministry of Mines, which is a testimony of the scientific and sustainable mining practices. So that means NMDC has all these mines, they are maintaining all their procedures and regulatory requirements, all are satisfied, so that all the requirements are satisfied, so that the company is getting 5-star from the Indian Bureau of Mines, and also there is no adverse environmental impact that is being done by NMDC as per the requirements by Indian Bureau of Mines. NMDC has its own R&D center at Hyderabad, which is recognized as a center of excellence by UNIDO. All the NMDC mines and R&D center have ISO and EMS accreditations. That means in Hyderabad there is the R&D center and they have fulfilled all the requirements of ISO 9001, 14001, 45001 and environmental regulatory requirements also by the NMDC company. The vision of the company, National Mineral Development Corporation, the vision is to emerge as a global environment-friendly mining organization, because we know in any places the mining companies are producing mines, they are mining the ores from inside the earth, and there is a chance of lots of pollution. But the policy and the vision of NMDC is that it will not bring any kinds of this environmental pollution, so that it is called the environmental friendly mining organization. And also as a quality steel producer, they also have a steel industry, so they are also the producer of steel, so they are as a quality steel producer with a positive thrust on social development. The mission of NMDC to maintain its leadership as the largest iron ore producer in India while establishing itself as a quality steel producer and expanding business by acquiring and operating various iron ore, coal and other mineral assets in India and abroad, rendering optimum satisfaction to all its stakeholders. The company objective is to expand the operations in the areas of mining and mineral processing to meet the growing demands from domestic and international markets. There is a growing international market demands for iron ores. Even India is exporting iron ore to China a very recognized amount every year. Uh, Achieved international standards in per capita productivity, value addition, and cost effectiveness. Achieved growth of expansion of existing mines, give thrust to exploration and exploitation of iron ore and other strategic and critical minerals. NMDC is constantly thriving and searching and exploiting the iron ore production and mining, and also searching the new mines all over the country. So it is giving thrust on the exploration and exploitation also. If they are getting a good mine and what is viable, they immediately start functioning and mining that. The NMDC is dedicated for the to maintain the environmental protection. So whatever their operation of mining, that will not have any adverse impact on the environment, because they have their policy to make their operations environment friendly, and all the operations will be sustainable to the environment, and there is no adverse impact to the environment. To conserve mineral resources through scientific mining. All the mining are being done by NMDC. There, all the operations are scientifically handling using latest technologies, latest infrastructure, and one of the best in the world. And also, at the same time, it is the low cost mining all over the world. And that is why it is the sixth largest mining operations being taken by NMDC all over the globe. To maintain high level of customer satisfaction, all the customers of NMDC, all the steel companies and other industries, so they are very much satisfied, because in their objective they are keeping that the customer satisfaction is very important to them. That is why, and that is their prime objective also, to improve the quality of life of people in general and socio-economic environment in and around the mines in particular. So the company is working on socio-economic environment, and they also have their CSR, that is their CSR programs through which they are functioning for the requirements of the socio-economic environment. The company are having different segments of business, like production of iron ore is their prime business, and also they have their mining of diamond, and also they do have sponge iron production, and also they have wind power generation. So NMDC is engaged in exploration and production of iron ore along with diamond production and sale of sponge iron and generation and sale of wind power. They have at present they have 3 iron ore mine and 1 diamond mine. So Baliadila iron ore mine, Kirandul complex, South Bastar district, that is Dantewada, Chhattisgarh. Another is Baliadila iron ore mine, Bacheli complex, South Bastar district, Dantewada, Chhattisgarh. Another one is iron ore mine, Donimalai iron ore mine, Donimalai, Bellary district, that is in Karnataka. And also they do have one diamond mining, that is diamond mining project, Mazgawan, Panna, Madhya Pradesh. And also the NMDC company started one steel industry, that is called NMDC Steel Limited. NMDC set up a 3 metric ton per annum capacity greenfield Nagarnar steel plant based on Hismel technology, 16 kilometers from Jagdalpur in Chhattisgarh state, with an estimate outlay of 20,000 crore. So they do have a steel industry. Also, they do have business in wind power, and they have some this wind power business for the generation of environmentally sustainable electricity. This is the balance sheet of the company. The balance sheet there, it can be seen that the company is always in a growing trend, and the equity capital is also in a very good shape, and the revenue, the borrowing, all these things, it shows that the company balance sheet shows that it is a very healthy company. The cash flow of the company is also good, and it is performing well, and they do have their investing activity also, and that is why there it is showing that 4,316 crore in March 21 they have their investment, and in March they have 6,076 crore investment in March 2024. So, and financing activity also, they do have there some loans and other activities. So it shows that it is a very healthy company. Company profit loss, it is the profit loss of the company. The company is making constant profit, that can be seen here, that the sales are growing from March 2013 10,704 crore to March 2014 it is 12,058 crore. So this way it is increasing, and in March 2022 it becomes 25,965 crore, and March 23 there is some reduction, but again in March 2024 it becomes 21,308 crore business. The shareholding pattern here, the company is having good shareholding pattern. The promoters are having 60.79% of promoters, and the foreign investment is 12.76%, and DII is 14.31%, and public is having, and the rest is on the public, that is 12.12%. This is the current stock scenario of the company NMDC. So here it can be seen that here there is a good increase in the share prices, that can be seen from here, from 2021 to 2022 to 2024, and now there is a trough is produced here. So we can say that at any moment, if we at this point, at this position, if we purchase the share, it can grow, and there will be a good return in share price, in share, if we invest. So it is a good place for investment. There are every companies have some risk, and there are some risk for NMDC, like one is the price fluctuation. NMDC's revenues are highly dependent on the prices of iron ore, which are subject to global supply and demand dynamics. So like crude oil or other international markets, iron ore is also in a matter of international market. So the fluctuation of international market prices of the iron ore, so these charges and all these expenditures and revenue is also variations in of NMDC because of this international variation and fluctuations in the market. So it is a definitely a risk for the industry, but also this iron ore industry is a very profitable and a very essential part for the modern development. So we can believe that this fluctuation will not much affect to the company's revenues and all. So declines in iron ore prices could negatively affect its profitability and margins. At the same time, if the iron ore price declines, so the revenue will have adverse impact. Volatility in commodity prices due to global economic conditions, demand from China, or changes in steel production could hurt the company. So it all depends upon the international market scenario, the and demand and supply chain management. So if there is any high demand, the revenue will go up. If there is a reduction in demand, it will bring a negative impact on the revenue of NMDC. Regulatory and environmental risk. NMDC operates in heavily regulated industry. See, the mining industry is always a heavily regulated industry where all the employees, the safety of all the employees, and the pollution-free atmosphere is to be ensured by the mining industry, so that the employees working over there can get a good environment for work, and also the safety of the employees, because in many mines it is seen that because of the rainy season or because of the landslide and all, the minings are hardly affected, and in some cases people there are mass casualty of life because of this. So this regulatory authority makes some regulations and guidelines what every mining industry has to follow. So if the regulating industry is making such kind of policies and all, what makes additional expenditure for the mining industry, so making profit will be another challenge for the mining industries. So NMDC operates in a heavily regulated industry subject to environmental laws and mining regulations. Stricter environmental regulations or delays in getting mining leases and approvals could result in a higher operational cost or production halts. For getting the clearance for operation, or for getting the clearance for other regulatory requirements to start the operation in mining industry, so if there is any delay to fulfill the requirements of the environmental regulatory authorities, so every day delay will cost of lakhs of rupees or crores of rupees for the industry. So it is also a risk for the company. Operational risk. Mining operations are capital intensive and can be affected by disruptions such as equipment failure, accident, labor strikes, and natural disasters. Any place where this mining takes place is always a remote place where there is a there is largely the places are deserted, or hardly any human being or any habitat even are available. So in case of any accident or any kinds of failure, it will be much cost for the industry, and it will the operation will be in halt. Any natural disaster like this earthquake or any flood and all can be very highly affecting to the mining industry. Sustainability and social license to operate. Mining companies face increasing pressure to operate sustainability and maintain good relations with local communities. Failing to address environmental concerns or community issues can lead to disruptions in operations, protest, or even loss of mining licenses. There are many plus points, many merits for the industry, like strong market leadership in iron ore production. NMDC holds a dominant position in India's iron ore industry with a significant market share. Its leadership in production and reserves gives it a competitive edge. Support from the Indian government. Being a government owned entity, NMDC benefits from policy support, financial backing, and favorable regulations. Growing domestic steel demand, India's infrastructure development and industrialization are driving increasing demand for steel, which in turn boosts demand for iron ore. Global exposure and export opportunities. The company exports iron ore to key markets such as Japan and China, providing exposure to international markets. Low cost production. NMDC is known, even famous, for being one of the lowest cost producers of iron ore globally. its mines, particularly in Chhattisgarh, have a high grade ore quality with relatively low extraction cost. Diversification. NMDC is diversifying into other minerals such as diamonds, gold, copper, which will reduce its dependence on iron ore. Diversification into other minerals reduce the company's exposure to fluctuations in iron ore prices and opens up new revenue opportunities because they are having all these equipments for mining. So making minor changes also and making some updation also, they can enter into gold mining, diamond mining, and copper mining as well. And through this, they can get new avenues of revenues in the country. Conclusion. This company, National Mineral Development Corporation (NMDC), is having monopoly business in the field of iron ore production. NMDC maintains international standard in infrastructure and facilities in all the mines. The company maintains the quality in their production, machinery, and operation is one of the best in the country. The company is having strong presence in business from remarkably last 66 years. The vision, mission, objective, and quality being maintained by the company is unparalleled. This is a good place for the investor, for long-term investor, and always the short term as well as the short term investor on the position based. So thanks for your valued patience.